Malik. I'm one of the finalists for Bajaj Allianz Most Inspirational Driver Hunt, and this is my story. I think, legally it shouldn't be on the air. in our country, we do not give that kind of an opportunity to women to drive. It's a male-dominated society, and even if there's a family car, the driver's seat is mostly taken by the man in the house. And a boy would probably get a two-wheeler much earlier than a girl would, or a girl would rather be given an auto rickshaw or a bus pass to do the commuting. So it is not about that women are not better drivers, it is about the lack of opportunity and experience they get. So in comparison, they lose out. But if they're given an equal opportunity, I'm sure they are equally good. Have confidence in yourself and don't really listen to people when they say you're bad drivers. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. Independence. I call my car 1947 because the latest car that I own came to me after paralysis, and the day I sat in that and I drove that, it was actually, I got my legs back. If you're a good driver and you follow the traffic rules correctly, you give your indicators right, you don't brake suddenly, you don't get to here. But if you're not doing it the right way and you're panicking in traffic, and obviously the person driving behind you would say, oh, it's a lady driving, had to be like this. When you put that insignia of a wheelchair in a red tape, according to the traffic rules also, people around should know that a person on a wheelchair will sit in this car eventually, whether a driver or a co-driver or a passenger. In this country, we do not really have that option of special parking everywhere, and even if it is there, nobody really follows that. And there have been so many instances where I have to really sit and wait for the people who have parked their cars on either sides of my car, because they do not keep that distance for a wheelchair to go. I can drive my car, but I cannot enter my car if the vehicle parked next to it is parked too close and the given distance, the gap is not there for a wheelchair to drive in. A good SUV, an off-roader. I was advised a lot of counseling after losing my legs and getting paralyzed, that she would get into depression. I was depressed only till the time I was restricted to the bed. The moment I could get out, transfer myself in a car, go out for a drive, I was okay. And honestly, even now when I get depressed or there's anything, I just go out for a drive. It was a very long ordeal of 19 months for me to buy a car, get it registered under my name, look for a car which has enough space for wheelchair to be loaded, plus it should be economical, because there is no special concession given to physically challenged people other than the road tax. That is also when your vehicle is registered as an invalid carriage. And getting the vehicle registered as an invalid carriage, you have to have the complete modification accepted by the ARAI and the Ministry of Transport, and they do not have a formal procedure of doing that. So for me, it was an ordeal of 19 months getting everything in order. And finally I have a valid license, because I refuse to give that 500 rupee bribe to any agent and get a... I have to improve my Limca record for my biking, because that time I had just done 50 kilometers to begin with, but 50 is too less. It's like not happening. So I'm going to increase that distance, 1. 2, I want to do a lot of off-roading in the SUV and the Jeep that I have made. And 3, I want to touch the finish line of the Himalayan raid, the rally which I could not complete because we had an accident. We met with an accident halfway in the rally. I don't deny men are good drivers. I have all my friends who drive so well, and probably they give me a tough competition at it. But yes, women are patient by nature. They have more adaptability. They have a good sense of reasoning, and the determination is definitely stronger, and the will to prove themselves in the male dominated world. So I guess women do make better drivers.